Multilinguals, what's your they didn't realize I could understand their language story. Happened to my wife when she worked at McDonald's. She looks a little on the Asian side but is from Guatemala. Group of Spanish-speaking people pay at the drive-thru and try shortchanging her. Driver says esa maldita China no save conter the damn Asian lady can't count. Wife takes the money and very politely says they are short in Spanish. Driver turns red while passengers couldn't stop laughing. When I was in Romania, as a Hungarian, I went to buy some food in a small town. I didn't know people in the restaurant were ethnic Hungarians, so when I asked for my food in English, the guy shouted a burger for this fkur in Hungarian to the kitchen. I was curious how it would end, so I pretended I didn't understand. When he got me my food and asked for double the price, I said, now in Hungarian, "Look, dude, you can give me that for normal price, or I'm leaving it, but I sure as hell ain't coming back to you mother FS ever again." I lived in Japan when I was little and we took Japanese in college so I didn't sound like a child when I spoke. To solidify my new language skills, I went to my hometown for about 6 weeks a summer in college. It was a small town so most people remembered me or my family. But some people I stayed with, 6 weeks, 11 families that at least wanted me to spend a night in their home were new to the area since we left 15 years or so earlier. One of these families had a high school-aged son who wanted to borrow me for his high school's international festival. No problem. I'd go and let other high schoolers practice their English with me and do carnival games and stuff. However, the guy apparently did not get the message that I spoke Japanese and proceeded to introduce me to all his friends as his girlfriend. I let him have his moment for the night without leading him on, but on the train ride back to his home, he was talking to his friend in Japanese and I joined in on the conversation. Also in Japanese. The embarrassment on his face was worth knowing all his friends thought I was his girlfriend. I was a Mexican living in Germany with a Chinese school-assigned roommate. He claimed to not speak any English and my German wasn't good, so we weren't able to communicate. My German roommates then claimed he told them he didn't speak any German, so I gather he was antisocial. I took 3 years of Mandarin in high school, but I didn't try using it on him. About 3 months in, he and another Chinese student got off the bus at the same stop I did and we all walked together to our flat. Heard him talking about me and his friend laughing but held back. Once we got to our flat, I opened the door and told them to please enter in Chinese. I still remember his shocked face. His friend later complimented my Chinese, while a few weeks later my roommate claimed my Chinese was so bad that he couldn't understand me. I seriously think he just wanted no contact with me. Possibly because he never followed the cleaning schedule. I'll try to simplify this for non-poker players, but just know that 8 seconds beat 7 seconds. I was in Detroit and playing cards for a little higher stakes than I'm used to, and this obnoxious group of Lebanese guys come to throw their money around. They weren't good at all, just bet big and bluffed a lot. I took a stand with pocket 8 seconds and ran into a flop of 4-10J rainbow. I called a big pre-flop raise of $50 4 ways and dude shoves all in for $450 more. Everyone folded around to me and I THKNK for a bit. His friend asked what he has against the rules in Arabic against another rule and he answers Saba Saba, which means 7-7. I look up and say call and tell him shukran, thank you, in Arabic. I'm Asian, so it was obviously unexpected. The table erupts in laughter, and he actually was a good sport about it. He got roasted by his friends for the rest of the night, and most of the people there just ended up taking their money anyways. I was in New York, and entered one of those electronic stores. I asked the price of an item in English. The guy at the counter turns to another guy on the ladder stocking items, and asks in Hebrew how much he should charge. I speak Hebrew, so I'm following their dialogue. The guy on the ladder looks at me and notices that I am following them with my eyes. Then he switches to Arabic. I don't speak Arabic. The counter guy tells me the price in English. I say too expensive in Hebrew and leave. Two deaf people were in my store talking, signing shit on me. My sister is deaf. I know, asshole. After I got their money, I kindly told them to get the fleck out and ended the conversation with the one sign everyone knows. I went to a psychiatric emergency ward once and asked for help and if they were comfortable to speak English. I understand Danish, but have a hard time making myself understandable in it and didn't really feel like an idiot at a crucial time of my life. I stayed there for 4 days without anyone realizing I knew what they were saying about me right in front of me. 2 of the nurses thought I was cute. 1 doctor thought I was lying all the time. A patient thought I was a spy for the staff. A lot happened in those 4 days. It made my stay way more enjoyable than it should have been. Some workers at an airport restaurant were saying some very inappropriate things about my sister in Spanish. The women were criticizing her appearance, arguing with the men, who were saying very inappropriate observations about what she was wearing and what they would do to her. I ordered in Spanish. Workers all went silent and looked stunned. I asked detailed questions about the food/menu in Spanish, so that they understand I knew everything they were saying. I gave her my credit card, but she never swiped it, and a $40 airport meal was free. So at the end of the day it was a win. An airport must be the worst place to assume everyone is monolingual. Make sure to like and subscribe for more stories.